Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Got another good looking day after probably one of the best weekends of the entire spring season, if not the best weekend of the entire spring season. We're going to stretch it out for one more day. You'll notice that there's some high clouds on the satellite loop to the north in upstate New York, right up in here. And most of those should stay to the northeast and maybe veil some of the sunshine in upstate New York and northern New England. But for everybody else, as you head south, it should be a really nice day. Out to the southeast, we've got Tropical Storm Alex, which is moving along to the east, northeast at a fairly strong clip right in here. Here's Alex. It's a sheared tropical storm. In other words, all the action is basically to the east and northeast of the center. There's not much going on to the west and southwest. Looks more like a non-tropical system than a tropical one, but these systems like this typical when they get into the mid latitudes. We also have some big thunderstorms that have been occurring overnight in parts of the southern plains, particularly in Oklahoma, and this has been going on there for a couple of days. We noticed that there's been this just sort of this upper air disturbance that's been sitting there, and we can see it here on the radar. This circular ball of convection that runs from southeast Kansas and southwest Missouri down into eastern Oklahoma. We've got a number of flash flood warnings and watches up there, an arc of rain in the northern lakes, and again, that's all going to be to our north and of no issue. The radar's quiet this morning up and down the East Coast, and you've got some action up in the Pacific Northwest. As far as severe weather is concerned today, we're looking at risk areas in the middle Mississippi, parts of the Ohio Valley, also extending back up through the western plains, where we have a slight risk, no risk here in the east, just very, very quiet with the no thunderstorms forecast all the way down into northeast Georgia. This is for today into tomorrow morning. For Tuesday into Wednesday, we start to develop a little bit of thunderstorm risk in the northeast and mid-Atlantic states with the next cold front approaching, and a slight risk of severe weather back again in the western plains. And as we move to day 3, we've got general thunderstorm activity with marginal risk in the southern areas of the middle Mississippi Valley. I guess that's the best way to call it, and also back out in parts of West Texas. Not seeing too much in the way of severe weather risk for the northeast and mid-Atlantic states, at least for this week. Rainfall is going to be substantial when we put it all together with the weather systems for late tomorrow night, and then Wednesday and Wednesday night, and then again over at some point over the weekend. And we're looking at WPC producing on their forecast anywhere from 1.5 inches to as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain indicated for southeastern and southern New England, southward down into Virginia and eastern North Carolina. You've also got a heavy patch from central and western Tennessee on west across Arkansas and into northeastern Oklahoma. So a wet period here coming to the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states as we go through this coming week. So what we have basically is a series of upper troughs that are going to be going through. We're not going to be dealing with that today. Obviously, with sunshine today, we're looking good. And the general scheme of temperatures over the next couple of days will be basically upper 70s and low 80s. That's what I would be forecasting for. That's what I'm forecasting for today, for tomorrow, and for Wednesday. And that covers everybody from Northeast Virginia all the way up into southern and central New England, and that includes all the big cities: Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, Hartford, Providence, and Boston. Now let's go back to the upper air. Excuse me. We have a series of troughs that will be moving through. The first one for tomorrow is kind of the axis of it is fairly far to the northwest. So that's why we don't think we're going to see any severe weather when thunderstorms and showers make their initial approach. But there's a second upper air trough that's coming in at the bottom of the one to the north, and that one is going to dig down to the southeast a bit more. And you see it here. It actually there's a broad negatively tilted trough that moves into the east, and I think this is going to enhance shower and thunderstorm activity for later Wednesday night into early Thursday. We'll dry out Thursday and Friday, but unfortunately, this thing is not lifting out. And in fact, there's more energy dropping down from the western lakes into the Ohio Valley for later for Friday night, Saturday, and into Sunday. So I think that puts the weekend at risk for rain at some point. I don't know that it's going to be, and this coming weekend is going to be an all weekend washout. I would tend to think that there'll be at least a dry period. Maybe the rain holds off till later Saturday or Saturday night, and then Sunday winds up being the worst of the 2 days. Is probably the best way to describe it. So Alex is moving away. We've got this cold front coming for tomorrow. The morning is going to be dry, so we should be fine. I think we're going to start out the day with sunshine tomorrow. Again, upper 70s to low 80s. We'll watch for some showers and thunderstorms approaching in the late afternoon and evening. Nothing overly impressive. The front's going to get hung up. You see it there. There's some scattered showers around Wednesday afternoon, and then suddenly here comes low pressure coming up out of Tennessee and heading into over to Chesapeake Bay, enhancing showers and thunderstorms later Wednesday night into Thursday morning with some heavy rains. This is at 8 a.m. Thursday, so you can see where the back edge is from about Albany to western New Jersey down into the Delmarva Peninsula. Improving weather conditions later Thursday. Friday looks good. We're now into Saturday morning. Low pressure, and the next low is coming down and around pretty far to the south for this time of year to see a low track like this into the Carolinas, running up to the northeast. It actually the models in some respects are even faster, bringing rain in here by Saturday morning for much of northeast Virginia to southern New England with some heavy rains Saturday afternoon. Low moves out Saturday night, and as long as that's the case, we could see improving weather conditions on Sunday. So the faster it gets in, the faster it gets out. So maybe it'll turn out that Saturday will be the worst of the 2 days. So it's a timing issue as far as the weekend is concerned, and I think we'll be able to zero in on this a little bit better in the next day or two. So that wraps up Weather in 5 for today, the Joe and Joe Weather Show. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, so do join us then, and have a great and safe day.